Okay, dear student, I'm your social teacher, B.R. Sigdel, okay? And from this Vairova STV, I taught many more lessons in these chapters, or you can say this unit. You can go through this YouTube from this Vairova TV, and you can get the many more knowledge about this social study. And today I'm going to start to give you the knowledge about this North America. Okay, my dear student. Yes, of course. North America actually, yes, North America is discovered by this Christopher Columbus. Okay, just you have to remember these things. The Christopher Columbus, he discovered this North America in 1492. And Italian explorer, his name is Amerigo Vespucci. He also discovered this North America as well as this South America between this 1497 to 1502 AD. Okay, and similarly this location about this North America, it lies on the 7 degree north to 84 degrees north. Okay, this is this location about this North America. It lies in between the 7 degree north to 84 degrees north in the northern side. And let's discuss about this its physical features. Okay, my dear student. Yes, as Nepal is geographically, or you can say topographically, it is divided into three geographical regions, that is Tarai Hills and Himalayas. Same as North America is also made by these three physical features. The first one is that the Western Mountain System, and second one is that the Central Lowland, and similarly third is this Eastern Highland. Okay, my dear student. Yes, by the combination of all these three physical features, North America has been made. Now first let's discuss about this Western Mountain System. The Western Mountain System is extended. The most important for the examination point of view is that explain the physical features of North America, or you can say explain the physical features of South America, or you can say explain the physical features of East Africa. Like this, the many times, my dear student, the question has been asked already. Okay. So today I am going to discuss in front of you all that about these physical features. Now first one is this mountain. Yes, Western Mountain System. It is extended from the Alaska in the north. Okay, it is extended from this Alaska. That Alaska lies in this northern hemisphere and to this Panama Canal. The Alaska बाट फैलिएको Panama Canal सम्म चाहिँ यो फैलिएको छ, the Western Mountain System, and its total distance is about 6,500 kilometer. Okay, and its width is 1,500 kilometer. And similarly, here lies in this Western Mountain System, here lies this Rocky Mountains, and similarly Alaskan region, and Grand Canyon also lies in this Western Mountain System. Grand Canyon is 1800 meter in deep. Okay, and similarly Death Valley also lies in this Western Mountain System, and Mount McKinley, it is very important for this world map. The Mount McKinley also lies in this Western Mountain System. This much you must have to write about this Western Mountain System. If the question is asked, explain the physical features of North America. And let's go on the Central Lowland, how it has been made. It is extended from this Hudson Bay. The Hudson Bay is also very very important for this examination point of view. It has been already given in this questions in this map. Hudson Bay lies in this northern part to this and extended up to this Gulf of Mexico. Okay, the Central Lowland is extended from the Hudson Bay in the north and Gulf of Mexico in the south. This is this extension of about this Central Lowland, and most of the land is formed by about this Central Lowland by the denudation of the land as well as this by this glacier as well as these rivers. And here lies this river Mississippi. The river Mississippi also lies in the Central Lowland and its tributaries. And temperate grassland, that is known as the breadbasket of the world, or you can say this granary of the world, also lies here, that is known as this prairies. The question may be asked like that, why prairie is known as the breadbasket of this world? Why prairie is known as this granary of the world? Like this, the questions are also asked in the examination. Okay, by the combination of all these things, the Central Lowland has been made. And now last is that this Eastern Highland. Okay, it is made by this old fold mountain. As the period of the earth formation, the then time this high altitude has been formed there. That area is known as this Eastern Highland of this North America. It is made by this old fold mountain, and this denuded over these millions of these years. The height of the land is not more than this 2100 meter in this altitude, and it is made by the three physical features. about the Eastern Highland, the plateaus of the Greenland. Okay, similarly as Canadian Shield as well as the Appalachian Highland. Okay, by the combination of plateaus of this Greenland and similar Canadian Shield as well as the Appalachian Highlands, by the combination of all these things, the Eastern Highland has been made, and it is made by this Old Fold Mountain. And similarly, the most important is that the St. Lawrence River also lies here, and it goes to this mix with in this Atlantic Ocean. Okay, this much you must have to understand about these physical features of this North America, my dear student. It is discovered by this Christopher Columbus in his 1492, and later on Italian explorer Amerigo Vespucci. He is discovered about this North America in this 1497, and similarly South America in this 1502 AD. Okay. Now the question may be asked you like this also, my dear, why Prairie is known as this breadbasket of the world, or you can say is granary of the world. Okay, then how the answer you must have to create in this examination. Then now listen to me here. A huge and a large amount of this wheat is produced here extensively, so that Prairie is known as this breadbasket of the world. And similarly, the land is very fertile due to the humus that is presented in the soil. Thus, it produces sufficient amount of these food grains. Okay, that is also the another reason that Prairie is known as the breadbasket of the world. And similarly, the climate and the weather phenomena are also very suitable to rear these animals like the sheep, okay, cow, buffalo, horse, pig, donkeys. So that many more meat processing industries are lie here, okay, and say is constructed here, so that there is many more employment opportunity too. And many wheat refining and this processing industries are larger, so that Prairie is known as this breadbasket of the world. And similarly, the Great Lake area like the Superior Lake is Superior, or can say Lake is Huron, or is Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, okay, Lake is Michigan, are highly developed and the populated. Why? Like this question is asked, why the Great Lake area is highly populated, or you can say why this Great Lake area is highly advanced or developed. Give these geographical regions or the suitable regions. Like this question may be asked you. Then how you can create the answer. Now listen to me here and take the idea with me, my dear student. Okay, it is provide the inland, okay, waterways which helps to carry the goods from one place to another place. That Great Lake area is suitable for this boating or to carry the goods from one place to another place, so that there is the development about this trade and business as well as the industries. So this is the reasons that the Great Lake area is highly populated, or can say highly developed, and this advanced the first region. And second one is that excessive opportunity of this employment opportunities due to the development of the iron as well as the development of this steel, or you can say automobile industries, and the other varieties of the industries are highly developed in these areas, so that the population, or you can say that this area is highly developed and this advanced. That is another reasons behind it. Okay, my dear student. And next one is that climate is very cool, yes, as suitable cool, and there's wheat, so that soil is very fertile for this agricultural work and activities. And similarly cattle and the pigs are reared here, so that many more dairy farms are lies here, so that most of the people used to live in these areas. So these are the regions behind that this Great Lake area is highly advanced as well as the developed. Okay, my dear student, this much for today, and again tomorrow I will talk on this next topic. Thank you very much.